Hey guys, what's up? Fourth Seraph here, bringing you a video today of some Nuketown domination. This is actually super weird, so I wasn't recording when this happened, but it ended up being a pretty good game, surprisingly, and so I decided to come back into the theater mode, make a video out of it, show you guys what happened. You can't really quite see it at the beginning of this video, but I was actually playing a game of Search and Destroy, and all of a sudden, I'm last person alive, I'm fighting, I get shot by someone, and it looks like the game has just booted me. It's a black screen with a little Black Ops 3 logo, you know, the loading screen, and next thing I know, I am in this game of Nuketown domination right at the beginning, and I figure, I like Nuketown, whatever, I'm about to be done playing, but I figure I'll play one more game of Nuketown. It's super weird. I half expected to boot me, but trying to do some vision pulse kills for the Outrider gear, and so figure I'll go ahead and play it. So let's just go ahead and start this game footage here. You'll see that this is it's pretty crazy what happens just for being kind of a random game. And I was even surprised at how well it went because it was honestly a pretty terrible start. I was so focused on just, you know, getting a couple kills. I have the overclock first perk so I could get my vision pulse all the time and get some kills with that and unlock the second to last or third to last if you count the hero gear for the Outrider character. So I was mainly just focused on doing that and not even necessarily on having a great game and really getting high kill streaks and a great KD ratio, but it turned into, especially the second half of this game, into a pretty amazing gameplay. I have the UAV, the Cerberus, and the Raps as my kill streaks, and I end up going through them twice actually in order here at the end of the game, and I think I actually am still alive at the end and probably could have even kept going. So you see now I'm over in the blue house holding it down. To me, this is, if you play Nuketown, this is the far superior side. The orange house does not have as good a visibility, and to me, people can hide behind cover a little bit more if they're going to shoot you. So I usually stay down below in the orange house if I'm really trying to get a lot of kills. Because usually, especially if you have Sixth Sense, it's pretty hard to get killed. You can see people coming, you can see people coming from behind even. Because I have to either run around the side of the house where they usually get picked up or through the garage. So I find that you can get some pretty good streaks down in the lower part of the orange house because people tend to just mainly look up in the window. As you can see, when you have a silencer attached, you cannot really shoot through walls at all. To me, the wall shooting is a little bit odd in this game. Sometimes things look like they're pretty solid and I'll get like one shot at through them, and sometimes they look really thin and you can't shoot through them at all. But at least you can shoot through some things, because I've noticed in a lot of other Call of Duty games, you hide behind like a piece of paper and you were just good to go. Nothing can kill you. But see, I'm starting to go on a little bit of a streak here. Got a couple good kills. This is, like I said, a pretty good spot. That knife guy, I think I killed him more than anyone else in this game. I almost feel bad sometimes when guys are trying to use the knife and they just get killed a lot. But I guess that's what you get for running around with the knife in a map like this. But there are a couple times where he really starts just trying to come for me, and I get quite a few kills on him. I think that might be him again there, or at least someone playing as the same character. But you can see it at this point in the game, they really don't do super well trying to push the objectives. I probably threw 5 or 6 different grenades over at B, and none of them got a kill. But it's interesting in this game that the scavenger perk, I think one of the best perks in the game, probably do a video on it because you do actually get more grenades. So really, if you're in a high traffic area, there's sometimes where I'm throwing in one life 5 or 6 different grenades because you can kind of just have an infinite supply if there's either your teammates around you dying or other people around you dying. So I find Scavenger to be super helpful. Obviously with a map like this too, where you're shooting a lot. See, I don't always have the best accuracy, but do seem to get a lot of kills. It's nice to not have to worry about really running out of ammo too often.
Losing B.
And so, especially if you don't have a secondary, like I don't, then it is good to just not really have to worry too much about ammo, to pretty easily be able to just have an infinite supply, as long as you're not just hiding in some back corner of the map where no one will ever get close. I'm also running, I think I said overclock for perk 1, and I think my perk 3 is tactical mask on this class, but I don't think anyone throws a flashbang or a stun. What was that guy doing? Facing the wrong way. But, you know, it happens, I guess. So pretty basic setup. I got a ELO sight on the KN44. You can see my gold camo. Extended mag and silencer.
Crushed them. Maintain your momentum.
Sorry about that, guys, for the jump clip, but you can see I'm in theater mode, and so it stopped me right in the middle of the video to do something stupid. Don't know what happened there with the recording. Apparently it didn't really understand the concept of switching sides for the halfway mark. I was thinking that I was going to be really surprised if I stood around just that long in the building and was still able to get these kill streaks. One thing that frustrates me to no end in this game is when I'm up here in the blue house trying to get some kills, and some guy just comes up with some big dumb gun and starts shooting and missing at people and drawing all their attention up here. I've gotten close to this streak so many times and not gotten them because other people come up here with unsilenced weapons or whatever and start shooting. And sometimes it's nice because they kind of bait them in, and you can just hang back and let your teammates become sacrifices for you. But you see that at this point I've been up there too long, get too many kills, and so trying to move around a little bit more. Even in the best spots on a map, you know, you kill people too many times and they will end up just seeking you out, like that knife guy was kind of doing when I was down below in the orange house earlier. Probably stayed there a little bit too long. You can see I did get killed quite a few times just because people rushing that house trying to get me. And that right there, don't know how I didn't kill myself. That happened more times than I would like to admit. The other day I was shooting a UAV and I was back and I ended up crouching and it hit a wall as I shot the rocket, and I killed myself with that. See this nice guy coming again, getting killed once again. Starting to get my first Cerberus. This is where things really start to pick up. I think the Cerberus is probably one of the better kill streaks. I find that I get a lot more kills than I do with the little helicopter drone or any of the other ones that shoot. Get my wraps here pretty quick and think, okay, I should move again. Maybe take some time to just get some kills with my Cerberus. I think it does a pretty good job actually on its own of getting kills. I'm not super good with the Cerberus. I didn't always use it. I try and use some different kill streaks and get some experience and some of the challenges for that. I think that guy was trying to knife me in my Cerberus. Nice try there, buddy. But yeah, so I'm not super good with the Cerberus, but luckily these guys kind of seem to just be trying to get past and survive. There's this one guy with his black cell trying to shoot me down, but luckily having Cerberus and Raft at the same time makes it pretty good. He's super lucky, saved by the Raft again, and flipping sides, and so I decided, I think it's right about this point, go back, try and pick a few of them off, because now I am kind of camping their spawn. Luckily don't get killed right out in the open there. Some guy, I think he can sit up in the window, and no one will know. They destroyed my Cerberus right there, and at this point, I'm not even too focused on getting the vision pulse kills or anything, but I do use it here, and it actually helps out quite a bit, because I'm able to kill all of those guys right there. Vision pulse is a little hit or miss for me. I think it's one of the better abilities, but I prefer to use the weapons personally over the specialist abilities. I think they can just be a little bit more useful. This, I think, is one of the better spots I'm about to head to here in a minute after I call my second Cerberus. Well, standing right here isn't bad because you get a pretty good line of sight, and it's kind of hard to see if they're pushing B, but right here, I think is the best spot on Nuketown. People will run by you all the time. You have enough cover, so it's pretty hard to get killed. Fire grenades, you can see. Luckily, my teammate kills them there. But you have a lot of cover. You can peek around if you see them on B, especially if you have Sixth Sense, so you know where they are. But most of the time, guys will try and run straight into the blue house. They'll run right past you, and you'll really be easily able to get a bunch of kills. You can see guys will kind of sit there, just wide open. My Cerberus gets destroyed here again, getting pretty close to wraps. And you can see they're really going to start kind of pushing our house, our base, and so I get my wraps again, and this is where it really picks up. I wish the game didn't end because they just start to push the blue house, and it just really gives me opportunity to just unload into guys because they just have no idea where I am. I've noticed that, especially in a map like Nuketown, where people are really trying to go quick, and you can see I'm challenging that guy with my fist. Probably would have lost because he has the knife, but there we go. There's our gameplay. Few tips on some good spots for you and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to see more videos. Thanks, guys.